Hey guys, Arleesha here and welcome to another video. Today I have a digital tablet review for you, which seems a little weird, a little random. I kind of have a long history with playing around with digital art. I've actually been using it longer than I have been painting with watercolors. We'll talk about that a little bit more later on. The tablet I'm reviewing for you guys today is the Huion HS64 drawing tablet. This is not one of the fancier tablets that has a screen. It's just a drawing tablet with a stylus that you use on your computer or on your cell phone, which we will talk about in a minute also. But first, let's focus on what comes in the box. So you get one of these little glovey things that's meant to, help your hand slide easier on the tablet surface without leaving marks. I don't really use them very much. You've got your quick start guide, all the information about where to get drivers. This little baggie has a bunch of replacement nibs for the stylus, as well as that metal ring is to remove the stylus. And in here, I like how they put gift on all of these little baggies to make you feel like you're getting extra stuff too. These are actually USB adapters. There's one for micro USB and one for USB Type-C, which are going to be used to connect to your Android device. Again, we'll talk about that in a minute. The tablet itself is really interesting. It's kind of small, which you'll see in a second. I was a little worried about that at first, and the tablet itself supports 8,192 levels of pressure sensitivity, which has become the new standard for pressure sensitivity on digital tablets. I've actually had a Huion tablet before. It was 3 years ago, and that one supported only 2,048 levels of pressure sensitivity, which was the average at that time. So back then, several years ago, and now we're upgrading. There's like 4 times the level of, pressure sensitivity. So lots of little finer stuff packed into a smaller and cheaper package than the one that I had several years ago. This tablet also features 4 little hotkeys that you can customize and set to whatever you'd like up at the top. And as you can see here, when you connect the tablet to your computer and it's working properly, there's a tiny little light up above the logo that will light up to let you know that the tablet is connected to power and that it's responding to the stylus. There are a lot of tablet reviews out there that will give you information about response rates and all those types of fancy things, but to be honest, my uses for a tablet like this, especially at this size, are not going to be super fancy. So when I'm using it on my computer, I may experiment more with digital art, especially because I have access to programs like Photoshop, and I bought Clip Studio Paint several years ago when I was wanting to do digital art. I thought that was what I wanted more than anything else, was to do digital, so I bought Clip Studio Paint back then. There are lots of free programs you can use to create digital art, but anyway, when it comes to my primary use for this guy, what I'm working on right now is actually creating stickers for Patreon. So if you guys are interested in getting this sticker sheet, you can head over to my Patreon page. The link is down in the description. But I'm using this tablet to create borders for my stickers. It's so much easier to do it this way than trying to use a mouse. I just get a large, hard, round brush and up the smoothing a lot to like 50% or so that it helps to smooth out my lines so I can get nice, smooth, while still organic borders for my stickers. June's sticker sheet theme is watercolor sketches, so I scanned in a ton of artwork from my sketchbook that I'm working in right now. There are paintings and there's also some swatches and things like that, so those are all going to be put together to make a sticker sheet. I think one of the most exciting features about this little tablet, and one of the reasons I actually like the small size, is that it's compatible with your smartphone. So this white phone is my old phone. It's from 2016 and it uses a micro SD adapter. So you plug the adapter in and then you can plug the USB into the adapter, and what should happen here is my phone should now be connected to this tablet. You can see I can draw on it with my finger, but when I try to use the actual tablet, it doesn't work. I'm not sure if this issue is because of the adapter or if my phone battery, which is a 3000 milliamp battery, is that right, is not strong enough to support the tablet. I don't know. But as soon as I plugged it into my new phone, which I literally got the day I recorded this, it just happened to arrive on this day. This phone has a much larger battery at 4100 milliamps, and it worked right away. I don't know if this is because the USB Type-C connector just functioned properly and the other one did not, but I had no issues. The program I'm using here is the Sketchbook app by Autodesk, and I actually really like it. It's a free app and there's tons of customizability within the app itself. You can customize your brushes for pressure sensitivity and opacity, and you can use layers, pretty much all of the fun stuff that you would expect from digital programs. And you've got all of your blending modes and stuff. The only thing I didn't see that I usually use when playing around with digital stuff is like a clipping mask in this particular app. I don't know. If you guys have any mobile digital art apps that you have used or recommend, please do let me know. As I said before, I have used digital art quite a bit. That's not to say that I've ever been good at it. I haven't put in enough time to, really excel at digital art. It feels strange and clunky and like some paint medium that I'm trying to use, and I just don't understand how it works, but I feel like it's just out of reach. Like, I can see how it's supposed to work, and I can see what I want it to do, and I'm just missing like a few key details to figure out how to make that work. How to actually go, aha, I understand how to get what I want out of digital art. And really, there's just some information that my brain is missing to make that work. This tablet is kind of perfect for what I want out of a digital tablet. I was worried at first that it would be too small and I wouldn't be able to use it properly, but to be honest, when you're drawing gestural strokes that you might use when you're moving your entire arm, there's plenty of room here. Now, with the phone app, you can only use a small section of the actual grid area, like the drawing area. It's restricted to a small section off on the left. You can't use the entire drawing area for your phone, which is why you'll see that I'm kind of sticking over on the left there and staying off on that side. But even when I'm using this or using my computer, because you can zoom in on your phone, you're able to make those strokes larger. So the drawing area is always going to reflect the full size of your screen. So if you're zoomed in super, super close, you'll still be able to do smaller details, larger strokes, things like that. And I didn't find this tablet to be too small. I feel like you can do pretty much everything on it. I wanted to show you guys something that I'm really excited to play with more, which is I took some pictures of a sketch in my sketchbook. You may recognize this one if you follow me on Instagram. I recently made this one and a few other things from my sketchbook into stickers, which you can find on my shop. And I wanted to experiment with coloring this digitally. So I took a picture of my sketch. If you adjust the levels of the picture first, that'll be a little bit easier because you want those whites to be as white as possible to get accurate colors. So I have the sketch layer of the picture that I took, and then I have a white layer underneath that, and I'm painting in between those two layers, and I have my sketch layer, the picture of my sketchbook, set to multiply. So I'm painting underneath that multiply layer and just experimenting with laying color in on this sketch. This is probably how I'm going to be using this tablet and this app the most, other than simply for editing photos in Photoshop for my shop, for stickers, things like that. When it comes to using it on my phone, I'm definitely going to be playing around more with digitally coloring traditional sketches, as I feel like I have a lot more control when I'm sketching traditionally, but coloring digitally is still a really fun thing to explore. I don't have any super magnificent, amazing digital art to share with you guys because I'm still learning and I have a long way to go before I feel more comfortable with that. Overall, I really, really love this tablet. I like that it has tiny bits of customizability in the 2 keys on the stylus and the 4 hotkeys, but it's also small enough to keep at my computer and just use with my keyboard because I'm more familiar with those shortcuts on my keyboard when using Photoshop, and at the same time it's small enough to be portable and used with my phone. So I'm not at my computer right now in this shot. I'm sitting at my drawing table and I can do that here. You may want to prop your phone up or use some sort of a stand so you can see that from a better angle, but overall, I'm really happy with this. It's super affordable, so if you guys are interested in checking out this product, I'll go ahead and leave a link down in the description. Thanks so much to Huion for sending me this tablet to review for you guys. Let me know if you would like to see more digital explorations on this channel. I know it's kind of a new thing, but I'm super excited. It's kind of a dream come true for me to get to test this stuff out and show it to you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I will see you all next week. Bye bye!